Baba Sakar Murli. Date is 14th March 2023. Om Shanti. Essence: Sweet children, Shiv Baba is the alaukic traveler who makes you beautiful. As you continue to remember this traveler, you become first class. Question: What elevated directions for making effort does each godly student receive at the confluence age? Answer: Godly students receive Srimad to become pure at this time, and they make effort to claim the kingdom. Each of you has to be concerned for your own self and tell others. In order to claim your inheritance from the unlimited Father, tie a rakhi of purity in this final birth. Stop increasing the population in this land of death. Belong to the Father and become worthy of heaven. By following the Father's directions and becoming wiseless at this time, you will become wiseless for 21 births. Song: O Traveller from the Faraway Land. Om Shanti. Everyone listens to this record. O Traveller from the Faraway Land, take us back with you. You know that He is your mother and father, the one who resides far away. This mother and father live close by. All human beings remember the traveler from far away. The traveler from far away establishes the land of angels, which is called heaven. It is called the wiseless world. There is no sorrow there. Who calls out, O traveler from the faraway land? If God were in everyone, they would not call out, O Supreme Soul, come. It is definite that all are travelers from the faraway land. Everyone has to travel from there to come here. In fact, all human souls are residents of the Supreme Abode and have come here to play their parts. It is a very long journey, but souls reach here in a second. Even aeroplanes, etc., cannot go that fast. A soul flies to the subtle region or the incorporeal world within a second. A soul sheds a body and enters another body, and new souls come down from up above, but they take the same time. New souls continue to come down. Expansion continues to take place. No one can race as fast as a soul. You know that even the Father has to travel. He comes only once and takes you children back with him. Even devotees know that God will come and take them with him. Even when he comes and meets you here, that is in order for him to take you back with him. People sing, Come and make us pure from impure. Take us with you. You know that only those who remember the Father very well will come close. It is a wonder. He is your Father, Teacher and Sadguru. Otherwise, you would remember your Father and Teacher separately. You remember your Father and your Teacher all your life. Nowadays, children are made to adopt gurus in infancy, so they remember their mother, father, teacher and guru. Then, when they create their own creation, they begin to remember their wife or husband and children. Then the remembrance of the parents lessen. You now remember only that one traveler. The soul becomes pure. When he takes a new body, it will be first class. The Supreme Soul says, I don't take a new body. I come to make you beautiful. In paradise, everything is beautiful. Even the buildings are decorated with diamonds and jewels. That traveler is unique, but you still repeatedly forget him because you are battling with Maya. Maya doesn't allow you to stay in remembrance. The Father says, Why do you not remember me? You say, Baba, what can I do? I am influenced by Maya. When I forget you, I don't have that happiness. When a king has a child, he becomes very happy. However, there is both happiness and sorrow in a kingdom of the Copper Age. If someone becomes angry, there is sorrow. It isn't that there isn't anger in a kingdom. Sometimes, out of anger, even the king would say wrong things to the princes and princesses. If a son is not worthy, he wouldn't be able to sit on the throne. If the eldest son is not worthy, a younger one would be given the throne. Here, the father says, "Continue to follow Srimad. I make you children into kings of Bharat for 21 births." This Bharat was the divine Rajasthan, that is, land of kings. That is, it used to be the kingdom of deities. Only you, who have become godly children through Brahma, know this. You children know the Father's complete biography. No other human beings know his biography. They don't even know why we say God the Father. Why do they call out, "Give us our inheritance"? However, no one knows how you receive it. This inheritance is received only from the Father. The Father is the traveler. Maya has made all of those who were beautiful into ugly shells. There is also a story of the traveler and the beautiful girl. Here, this traveler makes so many of us beautiful and is also making us so elevated. The Father makes us into the masters of heaven. We now belong to the Father, and He makes us into gods and goddesses. He says, "You souls have become dirty, and this is also why you receive bodies like that. Now, by remembering me, you souls will be purified, and so you will receive new bodies. You were emperors and empresses of the sun and moon dynasties. Maya has now made you dirty. You have even forgotten me. This too is in the play. You know that he is now making all of you travelers into the masters of the land of angels, that is, into the masters of heaven. So you have to follow his directions. It isn't that BapDada has to follow the directions of the children. No, children have to follow Srimad. You mustn't give your own dictates to the Father. The directions of Brahma are very well known. He is the world Father, and so the world Mother would surely also be the same. Everyone's desires for heaven are fulfilled through the directions of Jagadamba, that is, the World Mother. It isn't that this World Mother has to follow the dictates of any human being. No. People don't know about the directions of the World Mother and the World Father. It is said, even if Brahma were to come down, you wouldn't be able to reform yourself. Why do they not say this for the World Mother? People don't know at all why they worship them or who they are. You know this now. Look, Mama goes everywhere to give directions. One day, even the government will come to know this, Mother and Father. However, at the end, it will have become too late. At this time, it is not the kingdom of the king and queen. The world doesn't know that the whole drama is being repeated. Previously, we didn't know that we were actors. They say that a soul comes bodiless and then adopts a costume and plays his part. However, no one knows the beginning, the middle, or the end of the drama regarding who it is who becomes the number one, worthy of worship soul, and who becomes a worshipper. They don't know anything at all. You now know that that traveler from the supreme abode is unique. His praise is limitless. This is the impure world. Those who become pure from impure will become the masters of the new world. It isn't that the whole world will go to heaven. It isn't that the whole world will study Raj Yoga. The whole world has to become pure, and this is why its cleansing is required. You then have to go and rule in the pure world. Therefore, the whole world is being cleansed. There was so much cleanliness in the Golden Age. There were golden and silver palaces. There is a lot of gold there. There is a story of a person who saw a lot of gold in the subtle region, and so he said that he would bring some of that back down with him. However, he couldn't bring it back with him. You see in divine visions the paradise that is now being established. The creator of that paradise is the Father. He is the Master. An owner is called a master. When someone is an orphan, it is said that he has no lord or master. They continue to fight and quarrel without a master. You children now know that you came from the supreme abode. You are residents of a foreign land. You have simply come here to play your parts. The Father definitely has to come. We are now making effort to become pure from impure and to claim a high status. The Father is teaching us. We are godfatherly students. This one is also listening. Just as this one is making effort to become pure and claim a royal status, so you are also doing the same. Everyone is calling out, O resident of the faraway land, come and liberate us from sorrow and take us to the land of happiness. The Golden Age was the pure world. That was the viceless world, and that same world has now become a vicious world. Those who are viceless live in the viceless world. Everyone here indulges in vice. The very name is the land of sorrow, hell. The Father comes and makes the old world new. It is the Father's task alone to give you children your fortune of the kingdom. He is called the traveler from the faraway land. Souls remember him. O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. You know that you too used to live there in the Supreme Abode with the Supreme Father. The Father has explained to you that you have taken 84 births and have now become impure. People continue to call out, O traveler from the faraway land, come. We have become Tamopradhan and impure. Come and make us Satopradhan. Everyone becomes Satopradhan from Tamopradhan. Then they become Tamopradhan from Satopradhan. That traveler from the faraway land comes and teaches you through this one in order to change you from human beings into deities. So you should make effort. The Father comes and creates the family path and says, become pure for this one and final birth, and you will become the masters of the pure world. All the battling is because of this purity. Innocent ones are assaulted. You children now have to follow Srimad. Now, at the time of destruction, everyone has a non-loving intellect. They don't know the Father at all. They have no love for Him. They say that God is omnipresent. By saying that He is omnipresent, it means they have no love left for Him. You children now say that you remove your love from everyone else and have love for only the One, and so you will definitely receive the inheritance from Him. The Father says, you may live at home with your family, but if you want to become an angel in the land of angels, become viceless. How else would you take birth there? This is the vicious world, hell. The viceless world is called heaven. The world is the same. It is just that it becomes old from new and new from old. The Father has now come to purify the impure world, and so you definitely have to follow his directions. Srimad is remembered. God says, "O children, I make you into such gods and goddesses." In fact, you deities cannot be called gods and goddesses. Even Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar, who are residents of the subtle region, are called deities. They cannot be called gods. The highest is the incorporeal world, and then the second number is the subtle region. This corporeal world is the third number. How can you call residents of this place gods? There is only the one who makes the vicious world viceless. People receive a high status according to the efforts they make. You children know that the mother and the father, Jagadamba and Jagatpita, will go and become the first emperor and empress. Even they are now studying. It is Shiv Baba who is teaching them. He is the one they remember. You are now claiming your inheritance from him. The father says, "If you remain viceless according to my directions in this final birth, you will become viceless for 21 births." This is the confluence age in which you have to make effort. The father says, "I have come, and so you have to follow my directions and become viceless in this birth." Each of you has to be concerned for yourself. Tell anyone else who comes, if you want to claim your inheritance from the unlimited Father, tie a rakhi for purity. Now, do not increase the population in the land of death. Here, there is sorrow from the beginning through the middle to the end. It is the devilish community. Deities used to rule in the golden age. They don't know that they themselves were pure and worthy of worship, and that from being worshippers, they now have to become worthy of worship. Do you want to create children who would then also become residents of hell? You mustn't create children in hell. Instead, why don't you go to heaven and give birth to a prince there? By belonging to the Father, you will become worthy. Nowadays, even children cause sorrow. When a child is born, they are happy, whereas when he dies, there is sorrow. In the golden age, a womb is like a palace, and when the child comes out of a womb, he lives in a palace. The Father is now making you into residents of heaven from residents of hell. We are godly students. We are the Father's children, and in relation to the teacher, we are his students. In relation to the Guru, we are his complete followers. We souls are followers of the Father. The Father says, "Remember me." You become pure by having remembrance. Otherwise, punishment has to be experienced. However, you have to do your business, etc. Otherwise, how would you look after your children? Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children.
The spiritual children say Padam Guna, remembrance, love, good morning and Namaste to our spiritual mother, father and BapDada. Acha, Om Shanti.
Essence for Dharna. 1. Remove your intellect's love from everyone else and connect it to the Father. Become pure and thereby become an angel in the land of angels. 2. You have to follow the elevated directions of the Mother and Father. Do not give them your directions under some influence of body consciousness. Blessing. May you be a world benefactor who gives rays of all the powers to the whole world as a master sun of knowledge. Just as the sun brightens the world with its rays, in the same way, all of you are master suns of knowledge, and so you must continue to give rays of all your powers to the world. You have received this Brahmin birth to benefit the world, and so remain constantly busy doing this task. Those who keep busy stay free from obstacles and are also destroyers of obstacles for everyone else. No obstacle can come to them. Slogan: while looking after your responsibilities, hand over everything to the Father and remain as double light as an angel. Om Shanti.